Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We are here at Matchless Gifts in an uncentered way, anyhow, to do some reading. My wife was just noticing that a little under a year ago, would have been mid-Jan, and this year, 2024, we started our readings here at Matchless Gifts, and some of them were wearing our jackets and scarves. Today, it is freezing cold outside, and so we ducked in here to have a little reading of Srila Prabhupada in this great, holy, sacred space. So, reading from the Srimad Bhagavatam.
Canto 4, Chapter 22, Text 49.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Text 49. Amongst great personalities, Maharaj Prithu was the chief by virtue of his fixed position in relation to spiritual enlightenment. He remained satisfied as one who has achieved all success in spiritual understanding. Purport. Remaining fixed in devotional service gives one the utmost in self-satisfaction. Actually, self-satisfaction can be achieved only by pure devotees who have no desire other than to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Since the Supreme Personality of Godhead has nothing to desire, he is fully satisfied with himself. Similarly, a devotee who has no desire other than to serve the Supreme Personality of Godhead is as self-satisfied as the Supreme Lord. Everyone is hankering after peace of mind and self-satisfaction, but these can only be achieved by becoming a pure devotee of the Lord. Interesting. It reminds me of a very powerful point that one senior devotee in London made. We were there, well, we live there, but it was during the 50th anniversary last year of Sri Sri Radha Gokulananda, Bhaktivedanta Manna, and his Prabhupada disciple, and he made a really important point. I thought it was very powerful, because sometimes senior devotees, Prabhupada disciples and senior devotees, sometimes they appear dissatisfied, and it may come across, why are they always critiquing, or why are they always doing this? And he made a really important point, which I thought was powerful, especially because he was coming from their level of
Means he was
peership.
Prabhupada disciple.
Peership. I made that word up, but anyway.
Not pear-shaped, but peer.
Oh, right. And
Peer what?
Peership.
Peership.
Like friendship, peership.
Yeah.
Anyway, what he said was, he said, he was really, because there was a big gathering of the Prabhupada, obviously Prabhupada disciples, senior devotees, who were around during Prabhupada time, just happened to not get initiated by him. So equally senior devotees, and then obviously younger, junior. And he made a very powerful point, and he said that it's not that we want, like, I want this title or this position, or I want this, I want that. He said, we just want to remain connected. We want to remain connected to the movement in the sense that some usefulness, some purpose, some connected through service. Like, because if you think about it, that's how you connect. We are trained or taught or we read. That's our connection to Krishna, connection for them to Prabhupada, and it makes you feel seen. It's very important, especially in the devotee care aspect, that sometimes it's like, what happened to that person? Oh yeah, they used to serve for 10 odd years or this, and that gone, you know? And it's seen. I just found it powerful that it's like, yeah, and because they're not feeling connected in that way, some sense of usefulness or this, then it comes out in that way of, why are they always critiquing? This is how we used to do it, you know. This is how you should, because they're Yeah, and that's in anything. Like, to be fair, my dad, he just said something similar like this the other day. Poor thing, he's in his early 80s, coming to mid 80s. He was lying down on the sofa, and my sister-in-law was like, oh, here, video call, here's your dad, oh, he's lying down again or something. Kind of joking. But my dad, as he took the phone, said, yeah, when you're younger, everyone listens to you. When you're younger, you're the head, you do this, and now just making fun. Now this. I was semi-joking because you feel it. You're older. It's like if you go to the temple the first time. I remember, God, like, whenever, but one Pandavasena, young person, said, excuse, like they're approaching me. I was sticking something on the notice board at the London temple. I used to rearrange a notice board, and the first time someone said, like, came up to me and said, excuse me, Mataji, and I was like, what the hell? You what? Like, I'm not that old. It was the way it was said. It was like, because they're a young, Pandavasena enthusiastic person, they were referring to an older person. They wanted to know about something. And I was like, who are you talking to? And it's interesting. Anyways, Prabhupada repeats it all the time. You're not your body, you're not your body, you're not body. And sometimes people make jokes, yeah, we've heard it so many times, yeah, you give a class, oh, I haven't prepared, but anyway, I'll just say you're not your body, you're part and parcel of Christian. We make, like, frivolousness of it, but actually, he kept saying it because we are attached, and the older you get and the more distance you may get from a temple or devotees for whatever reason, you will feel it. You will feel that you are your body because you'll feel your mortality. You will. And that's why when we're reading this, and specifically the first line of the purport, remaining fixed in devotional service gives one the utmost self-satisfaction. That's all you want, That's all you want. I want to be connected to Krishna. I want to be connected because I know I feel happy, and I know it makes me feel satisfied. I don't need anyone else to say anything else. And when that gets cut off because I get, I don't know, pushed out, politics, or just I gotta go, or whatever, you feel that. You feel that disconnection. You really do.
I guess the thing is that we need to understand devotional service is not just necessarily doing something practical in the mission, or connected to the temple, or necessarily even connected directly to ISKCON, with all due respect. Devotional service is something that I do as an offering of my heart in the service of Krishna, in the service to Krishna for Krishna's pleasure, and that may be serving my family, it may be serving my children, maybe serving. So for me, there definitely comes a space where there is a misapplication and a misunderstanding. Although I get it, it's like we're not this body. Yeah, we're definitely not this body. Thank Krishna for that. But I'm still in the body. I still got the body. I still have a responsibility for the body. And, I still have bodily needs and necessities, regardless of whether I am the body or not. Isn't it amazing? That light, just like the sun reflecting off that white truck out there, is shining this bright light in on us. So anyway, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, next paragraph. King Prithu's statement in previous verses regarding his vast knowledge and perfect devotional service are justified here, for he is considered best among all Mahatmas. In Bhagavad Gita 9:13, Sri Krishna speaks of Mahatmas in this way. Mahatmanastu mam partha daivim prakritim ashritaha bhajantyananya manaso gyantva bhutadim avyayam. O son of Pritha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of the divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Should I just finish it? The Mahatmas are not under the clutch.
You didn't do that bit.
Know me as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Oh, sorry, I thought I did. Original and inexhaustible. The Mahatmas are not under the clutches of the illusory energy, but are under the protection of the spiritual energy. Because of this, the real Mahatma is always engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. Prithu Maharaj exhibited all the symptoms of a Mahatma. Therefore, he is mentioned in this verse as Durya Mahatam, best of the Mahatmas. Okay, interesting. So this term Mahatma, of course, most people in the West know the term Mahatma because of Mahatma Gandhi. Maybe even some people in India. But I always thought that was his name, Mahatma Gandhi, whatever that meant. Only later, actually only once joining the Hare Krishnas, did I hear the term Mahatma and understand that it was a honorific, title, that you are, Mahatma this or Mahatma that.
What's his name then?
His name is not Mahatma.
Oh, that
Like
was
I
his
said.
first name.
No, that's not his first name. That's an honorific title.
I know it's a title, but people, like someone can be called Krishna and Radha.
Well, yeah, but I'll check in a minute. But I'm almost 108% sure that it's an honorific title.
Is his name Mohandas?
Mohandas, yeah, Mohandas, yeah, Mohandas Gandhi, yeah. That's right, that's exactly it. Thank you. I was thinking it was something. Mohandas, I was thinking it was something. Yeah, Mohandas Gandhi. Thank you. And if we got it right or wrong, you can write down in the, we want to drive some interaction here. Anyway, the point is that it was an honorific title that he's a great soul. He was considered a great soul. So like that. Yeah, good enough.
Okay. Text 50. Being self-satisfied, Maharaj Prithu executed his duties as perfectly as possible according to the time and his situation, strength and financial position. His only aim in all his activities was to satisfy the absolute truth. In this way, he duly acted. Purport. Maharaj Prithu was a responsible monarch, and he had to execute the duties of a Kshatriya, a king, and a devotee at the same time. Being perfect in the Lord's devotional service, he could execute his prescribed duties with complete perfection as befitted the time and circumstance and his financial strength and personal ability. In this regard, the word Kamini in this verse is significant. Maharaj Prithu's activities were not ordinary, for they were in a relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Rupa Goswami has advised that things which are favourable to devotional service should not be rejected, nor should activity favourable for devotional service be considered ordinary work or fruit of activity. For example, an ordinary worker conducts business in order to earn money for his sense gratification. A devotee may perform the same work in exactly the same way, but his aim is to satisfy the Supreme Lord. Consequently, his activities are not ordinary. Interesting. It reminds me, like, when I was first taken to Krishna consciousness, there was a little bit of a palaver with my family, to say the least. And then I wisened up, or I like to think Krishna wisened me up, not that I thought of it. And I learned how to actually perform, like do service and do my sadhana and that in such a way that my dad actually one time said, "Do you still go to the temple?" Like, honestly. And the irony was that because I just, by Krishna's grace, I just kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper. So it wasn't that I lessened anything. If anything, if you knew exactly what I was doing at the temple and like just how much I was trying to read and hear as well. But I was like, and that's how it is. Unfortunately, when you're new, not everyone, but for most part, we do get into this. We turn the family against us, actually, and friends and that. We don't realize it, But yeah, so this just reminds me of that, because you could have, Prabhupada often says, two people in a factory and that, and it may look normal, but one person is obviously working, think, I don't want a beer, but I need to, enjoy and pay the bills and do this. And the other person is, however they're connecting, whether it's financially or whatever, giving donation, whatever. But it's like it's connected to Krishna. So there's two young people that look like they might be up to no good. Sorry, I'm just keeping an eye.
Pictures.
Oh, they're taking pictures, okay. Because we've got the shutters up here. They normally shut at Mashless Gifts. I'm just conscious someone's taking pictures. All right.
We'll read the next purport, or paragraph. Or did you finish?
Yeah, no, that was it. It was just that, you can be a undercover devotee. Well, it can look like you're an undercover devotee.
Looks like I'm not sure if they might come in or not. If they do, we'll have to cut off.
Oh, no.
So
Not really.
it's okay. It's okay. So, continuation of the purport, next paragraph. Prithu Maharaj's activities were therefore not ordinary, but were all spiritual and transcendental, for his aim was to satisfy the Lord. Just as Arjuna, who was a warrior, had to fight to satisfy Krishna, Prithu Maharaj performed his royal duties as king for the satisfaction of Krishna. Indeed, whatever he did as emperor of the whole world was perfectly befitting a pure devotee. Interesting points. It is therefore said by a Vaishnava poet, Vaishnavera Kriya Mudra Vigyana Bhujaya. No one can understand the activities of a pure devotee. A pure devotee's activities may appear like ordinary activities, but behind them there is profound significance. The satisfaction of the Lord in order to understand the activities of a Vaishnava. There is profound significance. The satisfaction of the Lord. In order to understand the activities of a Vaishnava, one has to become very expert. Maharaj Prithu did not allow himself to function outside the institution of 4 varnas and 4 ashrams. Although as a Vaishnava, he was a Paramahamsa, transcendental to all material activities. He remained in his position as a Kshatriya to rule the world, and at the same time remained transcendental to such activities by satisfying the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Concealing himself as a pure devotee, he externally manifested himself as a very powerful and dutiful king. In other words, none of his activities were carried out for his own sense gratification. Everything he did was meant for the satisfaction of the senses of the Lord. This is clearly explained in the next verse. So this is really, really, really valuable and important, because for me it again identifies a perpetual conundrum or misconception of what it means to be a devotee. And often we think to be a devotee means that you have to be usually poverty stricken, and or at least everything is kept to a bare minimum. You're not violent. You only speak nice things. You don't boss people around. You don't, you're meek and you're humble and like that. But here we see that this person is a great king, and he has immense opulence. He's the ruler of the entire world. He has immense opulence. He keeps people under control. He had to chastise the earth itself. So many things he had to do, yet he's still considered a pure devotee. And this point of the activities of a pure devotee cannot easily be understood. We have to become, Prabhupada, did he use the word perfected or practiced? I can't find it now. Anyway, to understand the activities of a pure devotee, you have to basically become very expert in order to see that. So, because we might not think why? I think even a couple of readings ago, Baba was saying, God, it's like so many chapters going on about Prithu Maharaj. And and it is. It can be like, God, this is really dragging on. Like, we want to hear some other nectar. But Prithu Maharaj is, a large portion of the 4th canto is dedicated to Prithu Maharaj. Mm-hmm. And that is substantial. We have to understand that to be a Mahajan doesn't mean to just be Shukadev Goswami or Narada Muni. There's also Bhishmadev, and then there's who, by the way, Bhishmadev was on the wrong side of the Battle of Kurukshetra. He was on the Kaurava side. And then you have who's the one that Vamanadev stepped on his head?
Bali Maharaj.
Bali Maharaj is a
Asura.
he's an Asura, but he's also a Mahajan. So, I mean, he is a demon, Bali Maharaj. He's great-grandfather of Prahlad Maharaj, or
Great-grandson.
Great-grandson of Prahlad Maharaj. Is it?
Wasn't his son?
No.
Yeah, it was his great-grandson.
It was Prahlad Maharaj's great-grandson?
Tell
Or
us
not
now
the-
in the comments.
Yeah. I can't believe I just don't remember that. So, yeah, so either way, he's related to Prahlad Maharaj. Either he's Prahlad Maharaj's great-grandfather, which is what I think, or he's the
No.
great-grandson. Yeah, could be either way.
Google it.
I'll look it up in a minute. But you can put it down in the comments below. So anyway, the point being that great personalities may not be so easily recognizable just by the external stuff, activities and their external dress, or even their place of birth, so many things like that. So really important point, I think. Very, very powerful. Okay, so we'll finish here. Thank you all very, very much. Any concluding words?
No. This will go out on Christmas Day, so have a wonderful day.
Have a holly jolly Have a Hare Krishna Christmas. Haribol, Hare Krishna, Merry Christmas, and have a Happy New Year. Happy holidays.